ब्रह्मनाथ। ओम शांति शांति शांति। स्वस्थ। Chromosomal changes. Okay. Simply chromosomal changes means what? Anything or change in the chromosomal is simply known as your chromosomal changes. It can be of two types. It can be of the structural changes, means some segment of the chromosome will change, or it will be in the numerical changes, means some chromosome number is being added. Okay, chromosome number is being added, or number of sets is being added. So it is of two types. One is your structural changes. One is your structural changes. Other one will be your numerical changes. Okay. Structural changes is also known as chromosomal aberration. Chromosomal aberration. Okay. Whereas the numerical changes is also known as genomic mutation. So the chromosomal changes is basically, it is of two types. One is your one is your structural changes or chromosomal aberration. Other one will be your numerical changes or the genomic mutation. Okay. First point, we know the chromosome consists of genes, which are your hereditary units. Chromosome consists of, we know that, genes, which are your, we can say also, hereditary units. Okay. Next point. Change in the chromosomal segment leads to the change in the number, the position and the arrangement of the genes. Okay. Change in the chromosomal segment leads to the change in number, arrangement and the position of the genes. Obviously, the chromosome consists of genes. If structurally the chromosome the segments will change, then we know chromosome consists of some amount of genes. If structurally it will change, means if some part will be deleted, if some part will be duplicated or inverse or translocated, we'll read in detail. Then if the structurally it will change, means if segments of the chromosome will change, obviously the number of genes will also alter. The number of genes will be also changed. The position of the genes will be also changed. The arrangement of the genes will also change. Okay, so the change in the chromosomal segment leads to the change in the number of arrangement, arrangement and the position of the genes. This structural changes is nothing but your chromosomal aberration, and it is also known as the chromosomal mutation. This structural changes is known as chromosomal mutation, or chromosomal aberration, or it is also known as chromosomal mutation. Okay. Further, chromosomal aberration is divided into two types. Chromosomal aberration, as I said, is the change of the chromosomal segment. It can be changed on the basis on the number of genes, or it can be changed on the basis of the arrangement of the genes. Means change in number of genes or change in the arrangement of genes. Okay. Further, under the change in the number of genes, it is of two types. One is your duplication, other one is your deletion. Whereas under the change in the arrangement of genes, one is your inversion, other one is your translocation. Okay, so the chromosomal change means simply if some changes occurs in the chromosomal part, so it is of two type. One is your structural change. If the chromosomal segment is being changed, then it is known as your structural change or chromosomal aberration. If the number of the chromosome change means if the number of chromosomes is added, if one chromosome added, or we can say one chromosome is deleted, means complete chromosome, or some set of chromosomes are added, then in that case it is known as a numerical changes or genomic mutation. We know, as I have said, chromosomal consists of genes, which are the hereditary units. The change in the chromosomal segments lead to the change in the number, arrangement and the position of the genes. Whereas this structural change is known as a chromosomal aberration or chromosomal mutation. This chromosomal mutation aberration is furtherly classified into two types. One is your change on the number of the genes. One is your change in the arrangement of the genes. Change in the number of genes is of two types, duplication, deletion. Change in the arrangement of the genes is of two types, inversion and translocation. Okay, please note down. Now we'll discuss first type of the chromosomal aberration, that is your change in the number of genes in the chromosome. Okay, first one is your duplication. Duplication means what? Duplicate. Okay, means same type. If it duplicates, means I'll say in duplication what happens? Addition of chromosome takes place. First point, addition of chromosomal part. Addition of the chromosomal part takes place. Okay. In this, what happens? The same part of the chromosomes, or we can say same gene is present two or more than two times. Same gene is present two or more than that. Okay. Third point, if the chromosomal segment, or we can say some part of the segment is being repeated, or we can say it is duplicated, then obviously the genes that are present more than twice or more than that. Okay, then simply what we conclude, that the length of the chromosome will increase. Length of the chromosome will increase. Okay, I'll give you an example. Suppose this one is your centromere. Okay, this one is your chromosome. Okay, suppose this one is your normal chromosome. Okay, this one is a normal chromosome. Suppose so many genes are present: A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, chromosomes, genes are present, such as F, G, H, I, F, G, H, I, J. This number of chromosomes are present in the normal chromosomes. What happens in the case of the duplication? Suppose the B and C segments get repeated. Okay, the B and the C segments get repeated, or we can say gets duplicated. Then the same gene is present more than one time, or we can say it is present two times, or it can be also more than two times. So what will happen? This one is your centromere. Okay, first I am doing the lower one, F, G, H, I, J. This one is constant, but the BC genes are being repeated, so that we'll write this one is A, okay, so this one is your A, this one is your B, this one is your C. Okay, A, B, C, but what we find that the B and the C genes are repeated, so another time B and C. Okay, after that we will find the D and E, means this genes or this chromosomal part are being duplicated. Okay, so this is known as your duplication, and this is known as your duplication. Okay, okay, so means the addition of the chromosomal part takes place, okay, in which same gene is present more than two times or more than two times. Okay, means see, obviously the length of the chromosome will increase. Obviously if the some part will duplicated, then obviously this portion will increase, and eventually the chromosomal part will be, the length of the chromosome will increase. So this is your duplication. So what happens in the deletion? So what happened in the deletion? In this, some part of the chromosome is being deleted, or we can say deletion of some part of the chromosome. That one is your addition, this one is your deletion. Obviously if some part of the chromosome will be deleted, so the length of the chromosome will also decrease due to the loss of some one or more genes. So the length of chromosome will decrease due to the loss of one or more genes. Okay, and third and most important point is, this can be lethal for an organism. This can be lethal, means it is very dangerous, or it may lead to death. Lethal for an organism. Okay, in the case of the duplication, it is not lethal, means it is not lethal, but in the case of deletion it is lethal, means it is very much dangerous and also lead to the death. Okay, that also will do by the diagram. Suppose this one is centromere and this one is a chromosome. Okay, this one is your normal chromosome. Okay, A, B, C, D and E. Similarly, F, G, H, I, G. This is the normal chromosome. Okay, what happened in the case of the deletion? As I have said earlier, suppose first three genes, suppose the A, B, C will get deleted, then what happen? What will happen? This one is your F, this one is your G, this one is your H, this one is your I, this one is your G. So this one portion is same, but the three portion means A, B, C is not there, means only the D1 and the E1. Okay, by this what we found, this is one is your deletion case. By this what we find, that some genes are lost. Okay, it can be one gene or more than one gene, by which the length of the chromosomes get decreased, and this is nothing but the deletion, means some part, deletion of some part means some part gets deleted, by which the chromosomal length gets shorter, or we can say the length of chromosome will decrease. Okay, and this can be means the deletion can be lethal for some organism, or we can say this can be lethal for an organism. Means lethal means it could be very harmful, or also it can lead, or also we can say it may lead to death. Okay, please note down. Now we'll come to the type of the chromosomal aberration, that is your change on the arrangement of the genes. First is your inversion, then we'll discuss the translocation. Inversion. In the case of inversion, we can say inversion is produced if the chromosomal part breaks away. Okay, chromosomal part breaks away and inverted and then get reunited, and that inversion is about the 180 degree, then that is known as your inversion. Okay, in this case inversion is produced when the chromosomal part breaks away and inverted and gets inverted or reversed by 180 degree and then gets reunited to the chromosomal segment. Okay, it could be of two types. Okay, if the centromere is present in the inverted part then it is pericentric inversion. If the centromere is not in the inverted part, then it is known as your paracentric inversion. So inversion is of two types. Okay, if the centromere is present in the inverted part, then it is known as your pericentric inversion. One is your pericentric inversion, other one is your paracentric inversion. Okay, the inverted segment carries the centromere. Okay, in the paracentric, the inverted segment does not carry the centromere. Okay. Okay, paracentric means if the inverted segment, okay, does not carry the centromere. Pericentric means if the inverted segment, if it carries the centromere, then that is known as your pericentric. If the inverted segment does not carry the centromere, then that is known as your paracentric. I will do the example. See, suppose this one is your centromere, okay, and this one is your chromosome, okay. Suppose this one is a normal chromosome, okay. See, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. This one is a normal chromosome. First we'll discuss the pericentric, then we'll discuss the paracentric. See, peri. First we'll discuss the pericentric. What I have said earlier, if the pericentric means the inverted segment carries the centromere, means if we'll, this part means D, E, F, this segment, if it will invert it and reunite, then that will be your inverter, means we can say the pericentric inversion. See, this one is your centromere, okay. Okay. See, this one is your A, B, C, okay. What is same? G, H, I, G, H, I, okay. But this segment means D, E, F will get rotated, means it will F, E and D, means this one will be your F, this one will be your E, this one will be your D, okay. G, H, I, J, okay. So what we find here means this consists of D, E, F, but this consists of A, B, C, then F, E, D, okay. Means only this portion D, E, F gets inverted and reunite, okay. So now it is present D, E, F from, if we will go from the above to the lower, it is present D, E, F from, but now here we will find D, E, F, okay. Means this part gets inverted and gets reunite by 180 degree, okay. So this means the centromere part gets inverted, so it is your pericentric. What is your paracentric inversion? Simply, if the inverted segment does not carry the centromere, means in paracentric, if we will take the above three segments, or we can say three genes, means what happen? What will happen? Okay. This one, first I will add the lower portion, that is your F, G, H, I, J. Which portion will get inverted? A, B, C. Means first we will write the C, then we will write the B, then we will write the A. Okay. First we will write the C, then we will write the B, then we will write the A. D, E will remain as it is. Okay. Only these three portions will get inverted, means the A, B, C gets inverted, okay, means C, B, A, and gets reunite. Means is there the in this case the centromeres gets involved? No. So that is why it is known as a paracentric inversion. In this case the centromeres gets involved, or the inverted part contains the centromere. That is why it is known as a pericentric inversion. Okay, means the inversion means a portion break away, inverted or reversed by 180 degree. Okay, see, this one is your segment, some portion will get break away and it will reverse by 180 degree, then it will reunite. If the centromere is segment is present, then it is known as pericentric. If the centromere is not present, is not involved in the inverted segment part, then it is known as your paracentric inversion. Okay, please note down. Now we'll discuss the next arrangement, that is your translocation. Translocation. Okay, what happens in this case? The exchange of the chromosomal segment takes place in between two non-homologous chromosomes. Exchange of chromosomal segment in between two non-homologous chromosomes. Okay, acha, first we'll see, I'll make you understand by taking the example. See, suppose this one is a centromere, okay, this is one pair of chromosome, this is another pair of the chromosome. Okay, this one is one homologous pair. Okay, this one is one homologous pair. Okay, now come to another homologous pair. Okay, this is one pair, this is one chromosome. And this one is another. Okay, these are homologous pair. These are homologous pair. Okay, these are the sister chromatids. These are the sister chromatids. These are the non-sister chromatids. Okay, if the exchange takes place between the non-sister chromatids of the homologous pair, then that is your crossing over, which we have studied in the botany. But now we are talking in the case of translocation. What happens? Exchange of chromosomal segment takes place between two non-homologous chromosomes. Means this is a homologous pair, this is another homologous pair. But if we will take these two, then this is your non-homologous chromosomes. Then these are your non-homologous. Okay, and if the exchange takes place between the non-sister chromatids of two non-homologous chromosomes, okay, means some genes gets exchanged or some chromosomal part gets exchanged in this segment, then that is known as your translocation. Okay, this is a homologous pair of chromosomes. These are your sister chromatids, these are your non-sister chromatids. Okay, if the non-sister chromatids the exchange of segment takes place, then that is known as your crossing over, which you studied in the botany. If this one is your homologous pair, this one is your another homologous pair, these two if we will consider, then these are your non-homologous. And if the non-sister chromatids of the non-homologous pair, if the exchange of chromosomal segment takes place in between the non-homologous pair, in between the non-homologous chromosome, then that is means some segments will gets exchanged, and that is known as your translocation. Okay, So this is till now we have read about the types of chromosomal aberration. First we studied the duplication, then we studied the deletion, then we studied the inversion, now we studied the translocation. Okay, please note down. Now come to your next chromosomal change, that is your numerical change or the genomic mutation. This mutation or change generally brings the change in the chromosomal number. This mutation, or we can say simply change, brings change in, I have said earlier, the chromosomal number brings change in the chromosomal number. Okay. This change in the number of the chromosome in the diploid organism is known as your ploidy. This change in the number of chromosome in the diploid means 2n diploid organisms is known as ploidy. Okay, so this we can say simply if the chromosomal number changes, if one is added or one being deleted, or number of sets of chromosomes are being added, then that is known as your genomic mutation or the numerical changes. This change in the chromosome number in the case of the diploid organism, it is known as your ploidy. Okay, this change in chromosome number, this change in chromosome number is divided into two types. Okay, one is your aneuploidy, other one is your euploidy. Okay, aneuploidy means addition or deletion of number of chromosomes. Okay, means one chromosome will add or one chromosome will delete it. That is your aneuploidy. Euploidy means addition of number of sets of chromosomes. Okay, so euploidy means number of addition of sets of chromosomes. Aneuploidy means addition or deletion of number of chromosomes. Okay, but in the case of euploidy, it is the addition of the number of sets of chromosomes. It could be one set, two set, or three set, or more than that. It is the addition of number of sets of chromosomes. Okay, so the change in the chromosomal number, it is of two types, aneuploidy or euploidy. If number of chromosome added or number of chromosome deleted, number of chromosome, then it is known as an aneuploidy. If number of sets of chromosomes is being added, then it is known as your euploidy. Okay. See, aneuploidy, okay, aneuploidy is further divided into two parts. One is your hypoploidy, one is your hyperploidy. Okay, hypoploidy means addition of the chromosomes. Hyperploidy means deletion of the chromosomes. Hypo means addition of chromosome. Okay. Hyper means deletion. Hypo means deletion. Hypo means deletion of chromosome. Number we are discussing here. Hyper means over, means higher, so addition of chromosome. Okay. So further, hypoploid is also divided into two types. Okay. One is your monosomy, other one is your nullisomy. Okay. Monosomy means if we are taking the 2n number of chromosomes are diploid, if one chromosome gets deleted, then it will be monosomy. If means both the chromosomes are being deleted, so we can say 2n minus 2, then it is your nullisomy. I will discuss in detail by giving example, don't worry. Monosomy means if one chromosome gets deleted, then it is known as a monosomy. Okay. Nullisomy means if two number of chromosomes are deleted, then it is your nullisomy. Further, hyper is also divided into two types. If one chromosome is added, then it is called trisomy. If two chromosomes is added, then it is called tetrasomy. One is your trisomy, other one is your tetrasomy. Okay. Trisomy means 2n plus 1. Okay, if one chromosome is added. If two chromosomes are being added, then it is tetrasomy. Okay. I will give the example. Okay, don't worry. Next is your euploidy. Okay. Euploidy is further divided into basically three types: monoploidy, diploidy, and polyploidy. Obviously, you know euploidy means what? In the change in the chromosomal set. Okay, or we can say addition of the chromosomal set. So we can say here euploidy is divided into three types. One is your monoploidy, second one is your diploidy, third one is your polyploidy. Okay, you don't worry, I'll make you understand by giving examples. Monoploidy means if one set of chromosomes is being added in all the chromosomes. Okay, means we can say if one chromosome is being added in all the chromosomes, means one set of chromosomes is being added, then it is called a monoploidy. If two sets of chromosomes are being added, then it is called your diploidy. More than two, it will come under the case of the polyploidy. Means if three set of chromosomes are added, then it will be triploid. Or we can say if four sets chromosome, tetraploid, 5 pentaploid, 6 hexaploid, more than that, etc. Okay, so monoploidy, diploidy and polyploidy. Okay, monoploidy, diploidy and polyploidy. Okay, so the aneuploidy is divided into two types: hypoploidy and the hyperploidy. Hypoploidy means deletion of chromosome, addition of chromosome. Hyper means addition, hypo means deletion. Further, hypoploidy is divided into two types: monosomy, nullisomy. Monosomy means one chromosome will get deleted. Nullisomy means two chromosomes will get deleted. Or deleted. Hyperploidy means if one chromosome gets added, then it is called trisomy. If two chromosomes get added, then it is called your tetrasomy. Euploidy divided into three types: monoploidy, diploidy, polyploidy. If one set of chromosome is being added, monoploidy. Two set of chromosomes get added, so diploidy. If more than two, it may be triploid, tetraploid, means pentaploid or hexaploid, then it will come under the polyploid. Okay, simply in this case number of chromosomes will delete or add. Okay, in this case number of sets of chromosomes will get added. One is aneuploidy, other one is a euploidy. Okay, please note down. Now I will make you understand the aneuploidy and euploidy by giving the examples. Okay, first in the case of the aneuploidy, first we will discuss the hypo, then hyper. Hypoploidy means deletion of the chromosomes. Okay, suppose we are taking obviously about the diploid chromosomes. Okay, so suppose this one is your normal 2n chromosomes. Okay, if hypo means deletion of one chromosome takes place, means in this case, okay, means in this case it is 2n, in this case it is 2n minus 1. Okay, this is the general case we found example in the case of the, if you can remember, then it is the your Turner syndrome. Okay, means in the case of the female, if it is XX, it is normal, but in the case of Turner syndrome it is XO. I have given example. Okay, XO means one chromosome is present but other one is absent. That is why we have written O or 0. Okay, so this one is your first one, that is your monosomy. Okay, this one is your monosomy. Next, nullisomy. Suppose this one is your 2 chromosomes. Okay, chromosomes. Okay, 2n. What happened? These 2 chromosomes will get deleted. Means, sorry, in this case there will be no chromosomes. Sorry, means in this case there will be no chromosomes. Okay, empty. Okay, so we can simply say 2n minus 2. Okay, so this one is your nullisomy. Okay, this one is your hypo. Next, hyper. Next, hyperploidy. What happens in the hyperploidy? We discussed 2 examples, trisomy, tetrasomy. Simply, if these are your 2 chromosomes, okay, 2n. If one chromosome is being added, then 2n plus 1. Means instead of 2, there will be 3 chromosomes. Okay, means instead of 2, there are 3 chromosomes, means 2n plus 1. This is nothing but your trisomy. Okay, the common example is your Down syndrome. Down's syndrome. Okay, this one is your Turner syndrome. Okay, this one is your Turner's syndrome. Okay, means Down syndrome means what? The chromosome number 21, in the case of the 21 number of chromosome pair, instead of 2 chromosomes there will be 3 chromosomes, and that condition is known as your trisomy, means one chromosome is extra added. Simply similarly, the tetrasomy means okay, 2 chromosomes will get added. This one is your general 2 chromosomes. This one is your general 2 chromosomes. More 2 chromosomes will get added. Okay. So as 2 chromosomes will get added, we will write 2n plus 2. This is nothing but your tetrasomy. Okay. So by the I have explained by the giving the examples. One is your aneuploidy, other one is your under the aneuploidy it is two types, hypoploidy or hyperploidy. Hypoploidy means two types. These are two types, means if deletion of chromosome takes place. If one chromosome is get deleted, then it is called the monosomy. If both the chromosomes are get deleted, it is called nullisomy. If in the case of hyperploidy, if one chromosome gets added, it is called trisomy. If two chromosomes gets added, it is called tetrasomy. Common example trisomy is your Down syndrome, means in the 21 pair of the chromosome, one extra chromosome will be present. Similarly, in the case of Turner syndrome, in case of two chromosomes, one chromosome is present. Okay, so this is all about aneuploidy. Euploidy means what? Euploidy, I said earlier, means similarly, if the set of chromosomes is being added, means if we have 23 pairs or 46 pairs, means 46 chromosomes, means 23 pairs, means in each pair, if one chromosome will be added, then it will be called monoploidy. If two chromosomes will be added, means two set of chromosomes is being added, then it is called the diploidy. If more than two set of chromosomes are being added, then it may be triploidy, tetraploidy, pentaploidy, hexaploidy, or it may be more than that. So for example, means we know in human number of chromosomes are how many? 23 pairs. Okay, so I am giving only one example, that is your monoploidy. Okay, monoploidy. Similarly, diploidy and more than one means the polyploidy. Suppose these are the pairs of chromosomes are present. This is one pair. This is your second pair, means 1, 2, it will go on up to 23 pair, means this one is your 23 number of pair. Okay, this one is your 23 number of pair. Okay, monoploidy means one set of chromosomes will added in each and every pair. Okay, means complete one set of chromosomes is being added, means it is N. Similarly, if two sets are being added, then it is diploidy. Diploidy means two set of chromosomes are being added. If more than that, if more than two, then it is polyploidy. Okay. So I think you should have a clear understanding on the what is your aneuploidy, what is your means under that hypoploidy, hyperploidy, and also the euploidy. Okay. So today we discussed in detail about the chromosomal changes. We discussed about the structural changes, deletion, duplication, inversion, or translocation. Then we discussed the chromosomal change in the number, means the numerical change in the chromosomal, or we can say the genomic mutation. That is your basically of two types, mean aneuploidy and euploidy. In aneuploidy also we discussed, mean some chromosome numbers are being added or being deleted. Chromosome number, that is your aneuploidy. If set of chromosomes are being added, then that is your euploidy.